I think I'm live. Great, great, great. So if you're watching this stream after the completion of it, for you the whole experience would be very great. But if you're just joining in between of the stream, make sure to watch it going backward. Or you're watching it backward, so you know that you are doing it right. Right. So in this in this live stream, we are going to hit the one major target, and that target is for beginners. So if you're a beginner, or if you are not beginner but you have started in your journey, or you have already earned $100 or more than $100, so great, and congratulations that you did it right. But if you haven't, and you are a beginner, confused in your journey, never understood or found this proper roadmap to make your first $100, I'm shivering because here is a little cold. So yeah, let's do it. And this is proper course, so you can use it as a guidebook. You can use it one thing for this whole 2025, which you can use to crack the first $100 as a beginner. And if you are Indian, make sure you go and check what is the value of $100 today, and what you can purchase with it, so that you can have a better clarity about what you can purchase with the first $100 you will earn. And if as a beginner you will understand the framework, whatever I'm going to talk about in this stream, you are going to get well versed with the way to make it 100 to 200 to 1000, and much bigger. Because once you are in the process, you will understand many things about this whole process, right? How to get better into it. Great. So let me share my screen and let's get with the course, right? I should share my whole screen. What should I do? Let me share my window only. Great. As a college. Acha, why I'm calling it college student? Because when I started, I was a school student. And as a student, because now there are so many people, right, to make their first money, first penny, first 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, or dollar, whatever you say, whatever you prefer. You can go forward with, right? Because making money, you does not have to be dependent on your parents, or you can make them free for many of the stuff you want to buy. I think my screen is sharing, right? Great. My screen is now sharing, so let's get started with it. So now the title is how to make the first $100 as a college student. The one and the very important thing that you have to keep in your mind before moving to this money approach, because yes, money is important, and let me write it here. So money, what? Money is like important, right? And I don't know, it's like this should not be the conversation. Whenever I'm saying money, it should be dollars, not rupees, because dollars are a little heavy today, right? So as an Indian, if you're earning in dollars, that will make you more money, but just think it as the money, right? How you can make your first $100. And before that, the very first thing that you have to keep in your mind is to first thing, that is skill. Like whatever you are passionate about, it could be video editing, it could be graphic designing. Like when I'm saying graphic designing, it means that you can move forward to all the thing that come into design. That could be poster design, thumbnail design, right? Anything, post design, carousel designs, and everything. Whether you are into writing, and whenever I'm say writing, it could be content writing or copywriting, both. And to just know more about it, please Google or use YouTube, because there's no better platform to learn about these skills. Please refer to YouTube. Yes, I can talk about video editing and graphic designing, but I am not a good person for all the things. So you should have a good references for yourself. Just please YouTube, like learn how to YouTube things. If you have any problem, go on YouTube, find people, and you'll find so many people that will help you to master these skills. And I'm not telling you to first master this skill then come into earning money. I'm saying that have first get go through with it, right? First understand what is it is required to learn that skill, right? Just get into the like, there's a one poster here that is skin in the game. Get the skin in the game, get into the game, learn what it is required, to be the part of this game where you are going to make money, right? So skills, right? The second thing is, when you are learning a skill, the second thing is very important, that is proof of work, or in short you can say POW. Now, POW is one of the main important thing that you have to keep in your mind when you're. If you have a skill, how will you prove to the person whom you are going to say ki, hey, I can design for you, or you can say ki, I can edit your videos. How you will prove them that you have that skill, right? So you have to have a proof, and that is your proof of work. So proof of work is something that anyone can build, even you can build as a beginner. When you're learning a skill, you can build, and proof of work is not something that is limited to people, it's independent. Like anyone can make, and it is very important to make your own proof of work and multiple proof of work, right? Now we are going to talk about two things here. First, what is proof of work, and is proof of work, and then we are going to go forward and understand how to make proof of work. Acha. So there could be a broad definition behind proof of work, like you're going to add proof of concept, proof of thought, proof of idea, proof of anything, right? But when you are going to understand the crux of what is actually the proof of work, it is going to be what you have done before, right? So when you are learning a skill, what you can create as proof of work, the one thing that is projects. But projects is a very what i- is a very general word, right? And I'm not here to teach you anything that is journal. I want you to understand the main thing about it. Right, so let's move forward and understand what are the types of projects. So number one, that is personal projects. So whenever you are learning a skill, make sure to make personal projects. And what does I mean by personal projects? Go on, so if you're a designer, so go on Behance, like website, Behance, Dribble. Just look at the work people have done, right? For brand, for their client, or maybe for themselves. Or use Pinterest. If you're a video editor, go and look forward to your favorite creators' videos to understand like what edit they have used, and try to imitate that. Or if you're if you're getting into content writing, marketing, or whatever, just try to find out what projects you can make, what case study you can make, right? If you're a marketer, you have to make case studies. If you're into writing, you will write blogs, content, anything. So that should be your personal projects, right? So that is your personal project. But just having personal projects will not be a good proof of work. So you have to make few permissionless projects. And what is permissionless projects? And let me tell you, like, these are the keywords that I have learned in this journey. So why I'm saying it, because when you make it, your proof of work will getting more and more stronger than others. So if this video is watched by 10 people, so that 10 people will know about, okay, if you watch this video from here, you will understand, okay, I have to learn video editing, I will go and make edits. But when you make projects, okay, you have the idea about projects, but what projects, what type of projects? So first, your personal projects. So you will make few projects for yourself, for your enthusiasm. Let's suppose you are making projects about graphic designing, right, for your own social media. But when you make permissionless project, means for making a brand. So when you are making designs or video edit for brand without taking their permission, but for them. So it doesn't mean that you don't have to take permission and make anything you want. No, you have to apply their branding guidelines. You have to check what font they use, you have to check what is their brand colors, and you have to implement that and make designs. Because I'm a designer, so I will talk in that language. If you're a video editor, you have to follow their video editing patterns and make it better to show them like how what is the better shots they can create. Or you can take like if you're a video editor, you can edit shots from a long podcast and show them like this is the way you can edit shots, or you can create in different ways. So when you go and look out other people's work, you will understand, okay, this is how you can make your work. Now, projects, permissionless projects, and if i if I'm interested to add one thing, I will add this word that is clients projects. So yep, so if you haven't reached to this goal, so you have to add your clients projects as well. uh, Not just your personal projects, but you have to share your experience. And Acha, from this point, you are proving your authority. That is your proof of your credibility, how you can become a credible person in the market. So let's suppose I'm a thumbnail designer, or if I'm a graphic designer, how can I prove in social media on LinkedIn or Twitter, how am I credible? So now I will share my experience. That experience would be what I know, or when I'm making this design, how it will impact others. Or you can talk about case studies. So now you can add one thing, that is uh, case studies, right? You can add case studies. You can add. Okay, is anyone commenting? No. Great. I have a very peaceful live stream here. Great. Experiences, case studies, learnings. Learnings are always important, because when you are a beginner, you will always be relying on learning. And believe me, you have to learn always. So if you're using platform or YouTube channels like Future, or if you are learning about Future, so whenever you're learning, you have to keep sharing it on social media. You have to let people know that you are learning. You can make case studies on how this brand used their designs to elevate their brand presence, something like this, right? So you can post it, and when you post it, it will all contribute to your proof of work, right? It will show that you can do that thing. First, this whole thing, let me add one thing here. Curly braces. So when you add projects, that will be an enough to position yourself as an expert. But once you will show this thing, you have to add these things, because that will these points, ABC and projects, show that you can do the work. But you can do the work in the best way, like you are the best person to do the job, will be came from these things. So this will show that you can do it. Like, yes, you can do it. So I will be getting sure that okay, this person can do this job, right? But you can do this, like you can do 10x better than others. Like this is what it proves. So when you share your experience, when you share your case studies, when you are sharing your learnings, or you are showing your achievements, right? These are all the things, right? Your achievements. So when you share your achievements, results, right? So there could be many things, and you will keep learn about these things when when you are going to get make few more friends. And when you keep adding these stuff into your proof of work, that will show that okay, this person can do this job 10x better. Like a person who have just these things, and once you have these things, you will become a 10x better than a normal service person who is giving the same exact services, right? So this is what you have to keep in your mind when you are approaching these things. What? So this is how you can make your proof of work. Let me make it black. I think it is not visible properly. Great, it is now completely visible. Okay, great. So once you add these things, it will make you a person who can do these things 10x better. Great. Now the question is how you can make proof of work. Now let's talk about this thing because this is also important. Okay. I'm going to, talk about one of my favorite platform, that is Fueler, fueler.io. Okay, fueler.io is like one of my favorite, like it's my personal opinion to create, your own proof of work. I use it. There are so many people use it. So, you know, just 50,000 journalists are using it. Great, right? Use Fueler proof of work to create your, and this is a hall of fame. All the people you can check their work. So let if I check proof of work, it's person's name, so it shows his name, a short bio, a banner. It will show how many people have checked his profile, to whom he collaborated with, where he's working at Amazon, the links that show, okay, this is where you can check his works: Medium, LinkedIn, Twitter, and other links that is going on Topmate. One is going is on his blog post. Now you can check that this person. So now it's projects. After projects, you can see the contribution, like where he have contributed. And since he have written an assignment or it is actually known as Fueler projects, and where you can write one tools, right, how much time he take. So now he is sharing everything detail about this projects, and it is also approved. Now you can, he haven't taken the permission from this and just made his thing and uploaded it here. Now include these things when you look to other people's what proof of work, challenges or hackathons, right? Hackathons. So whatever, you are the person who can do it. Now I am getting the idea that this person can write, get the idea. So if I go on my profile, let me check. So let me show you my profile, right? So if you go on Fueler, you will see a banner that talk about crafting thumbnail and how many people I've worked with. I'm mentioning that I'm a 20, 21, I'm 22 journey, and here's are all the stuff, all the links that is present. So there's a Behance thing as well, right? Which show that see my design work, design creatives, concept thumbnails, entrepreneurship thumbnail. Then one thing that I have built that is known as Productive Wise. Of course, I have built before. Now finance thumbnail, if I'm applying as a thumbnail designer, people will see okay, this person have made thumbnails. So if you go before, you will see few my work that I have done for my only. So I was starting out, I made this thing. So if you go and check, it is on Behance, you will get the idea. So I have mentioned that I'm improving my design skills by experimenting and creating different projects. What is it? It's a social media carousel. I've just mentioned this thing and I uploaded it, right? So this is how I am posting my work. I was posting my work, and I am posting my work. Great, I have 38,000 plus profile views where I'm working at. Great. Now, hey Shikhar, thank you so much, buddy. Now let's get back to the point. You get the idea about proof of work, right? This is how a proof of work look alike. You mention your work, what you have done before, your experiences, your case studies, and these things. Great. Now what website or what a place you can use to create proof of work? That is one Fueler.io. You can create your personal websites, right? Personal website. You can use, so I have seen people doing it. Canva. One thing that you have to remember while making, or you can use social proof. So what I mean by social proof, and why I am very happy with it, because yes, I have made a very important concept that I want you all to know. If you are in future, if you're watching it. Okay, now personal whole course. Now let's talk about social proof and why it is a little messy. I think I have to learn how to arrange these stuffs properly. Okay, great. Great. So we understood about the first few things that's, you have to do before actually jumping towards. So this is the one thing that you have to do, to show that you have a proof of work. Once you get into the experience, once you start earning money, you can add these things. Okay. When you get the first time, you will get the experience. You can share it. Right. Now we will talk about the very key thing here. Acha, let me just check if I can just make a single line. Okay, so here's a thing that you have to do. That is your what basics, right? This is the thing that you have to make sure you do. Now we will talk about mm, social proof. Acha, social proof is also very important, and I will why I'm taking doing it as separate stuff, because this is what helped me so many times. So I have my own bias here, but it is not just a one thing that I have done. There are so many people who are doing it, and they are taking the leverage of it. And there comes the very important concept, and this is called not social proof, but I call it social leverage. Great. Okay. So, what is a social leverage? Great. So, social leverage means when you come on social media and people know you, whatever these things I'm going to talk about here in my personal website, on my Fueler, or on my Behance, on my Canva. So, Canva means Canva site. So, even if it make so people use Canva site. Make sure you do not use Drive and stuff, because it's just a little annoying for you know so many people. Like a person who is hiring for, they don't need Drive. Great. Don't send them your Drive ka link, or just img files, image files with jpeg, png, or whatever, right? Because you know if you're just sharing these things, you're just either filling their storage drive, or you're becoming a person who is going to get, like, you are not going to perceive as someone who can actually do the job, because yes, anyone can download stuff from online and send it to others, right? So you have to avoid these things. But when you have a proper a portfolio for yourself, you can show it, and people will understand that yes, you can do it. Great. Now, social leverage. Now, our topic is social leverage, and one of my favorite topic for 2025. So let's talk about it. First, when you come on social media, what do you think about it? So social media, for many of people, it's a waste of time. Like for YouTube, for many people, it could be a waste of time. Like they are just wasting their time watching shorts. But I and my friends and so many people have used it to build a leverage for themselves. And when I talk about leverage, it means opportunities. It means getting new job, to get settled on a place like Bangalore, Delhi, from their hometown. People have left this thing and use their social leverage. So what is social leverage? It's not about personal branding, it's not about making friends. It actually a part that combine everything. So I'm still finding a better thing to say and talk about social leverage, but let's make it a combination of few things, right? So first, uh, you people. Yes, people. And third, it I think that is credibility, if I'm not wrong. Job experience, whatever you can call it. Let's call it luck. Let's call it luck. That sound much better here. So who you are, how people know you, and your luck. When you combine everything, that brings you a leverage. Now people means communities, people mean, your social friends you have made on internet, right? Communities, and believe me or not, communities are very important. If you are a beginner, or if you are just starting out, communities are very important. Be part of good communities, join healthy communities, make friends, you know and when I say friends, I mean internet friends. And here you can find, like-minded people, like, seniors. What seniors? Elders. And when I say seniors, it doesn't mean that you have to find senior citizens. You have to find people who are actually at 10x your level, who are expert in the fields, right? Find those people, get in touch with them, find who actually, cracking 10x more than you, friends. Then, yep, then social media is just one thing. It includes your LinkedIn ILN, your X, um, communities. May you can include WhatsApp community, Discord communities, because I have used communities to, get opportunities. And I have earned my first $100 with just because of WhatsApp communities, because I was sharing my work simply, right? And I will talk about that. I will talk about your luck, how you can build your luck. When you can perceive it as your personal brand. So if you watch a video on personal branding, you will get the idea of what is you. But and when you go and learn about networking, that would be a smaller part of people, because there you will understand how to behave. You have to learn the etiquettes, how to talk in public, how to make friends, how to be a person whom people can, talk, what people can talk, find you easy to talk, easy to reach out. So there are so many people who, sound so rude on social media that people don't generally try to reach out to them. And it could be the way you interact online, right? So even you can use Instagram, because yes, my friends have used it, so I can talk about Instagram as well, right? Or YouTube as well. Great. Now, what you have to do on these things, and if I talk about you, when I talk about you, what does that mean? When I talk about people, what does that mean? And when I talk about luck, what it is. And these are all the concepts that I talk in, most of the time in my videos. So I will just, use the familiar words, so that you get the easy an idea, like, yes, what it is and how it works. Great. And I'm doing it for great. Now, first, who you are, what you do, or can do. So can do is important, right? You have to understand the difference between what you can do and what you can do. What you do and what you can do. What you do means, if you say ki, hey, I'm a designer, right? I'm a thumbnail designer. What you do, I'm a thumbnail designer. But what I can do is I can make poster designs, I can make graphic designs, right? I can make social media posts, I can make posters. So if someone is going to hire me, they will look first what I do, then second is what I can do. So when you perceive yourself, when you show yourself that you are a learner, you can learn and do that thing. You are, taken as a much better than person who do it, right? A person who is doing it and can do it. You have to find yourself, what people and how you make yourself perceived on internet as what you can do. So you have to show yourself that you can learn and do it. You're a person who can learn and do it. That's what you have to show, right? Can do, right? What you are, what you do, how you behave. It is also very important ki how you behave on internet, right? I have seen people, wanna be cool type person, and I'm not ranting. When when you just trying to mock others, right? It internally, and when I talk with creators, we actually talk about these things, and if you're a creator, you will find this thing relatable, that you cannot just come on internet and just rant about any brand on your own videos, right? Because this will create a bad image of yours toward different brands. Why I'm calling it, I don't know. But when you talk nonsense, right? When you shit post about, or when you talk bad about, when you bitching, when you do back bitching on internet in publicly, what it creates is create a bad image, because one person who is going to hire you will check your portfolio, check your profile, and when he find you doing this thing, the credibility of yours will be go down, and a person who do the same job, he will get selected because he is not doing so. Like, this is not the complete defining factor, but this is what you have to keep in your mind when you're going to move forward to, in your journey. If you're a beginner, do not do these kind of things. Don't fight, don't just bitching about people, right? Be a person, be a humble person. Like, what it takes to be a humble person, like to appreciate others, go forward and appreciate yourself, appreciate others, and make a good place for people, right? So other peoples are trying, you are trying, so what it takes to, be a good person, right? And luck is my favorite topic because I have talked about it so many times, and I'm going to still talk about it. Great. So luck means, um, I do remember I have talked about four types of luck. So I think you remember the four lucks. If you don't, no problem. First is blind luck. Blind luck means where you're coming from. So uh, anyone could be poor, anyone can be rich, or someone who have privileges. Then is your uniqueness. Like, I have seen people like who have, this by birth, talent. I don't know why I'm saying it, and but there are so many people who have these exceptional skills from their birth. Like, they can learn faster, they are persever, they have so much perseverance, they are consistent. You can find those people who are so unique by their behavior, right? And blind luck, uniqueness, action. Now, what is action? So, uh, I talked about in my you thing, right? What you are, what you do, can do, behave, and there could be so many things. Like, I'm just missing out so many things here, but you can include so many things. And if you have to just observe how people behave on internet, right, you will understand these things and how to actually create a what subconscious image of yourself to people, right? Now, action means what you do when you post your work on social media. I will talk about everything in detail, but just understand this thing. When I share my work on social media, what it creates actually, it creates a luck to others. Let's suppose someone is hiring a graphic designer, and I posted my work, and that person looked my work on LinkedIn. Now, one thing that person will do will going to check my work. If he's checking my work, maybe that person can hire me, or maybe if that person liked my work, it will help others to find my work because that person liked it, right? It will show on other people's feed, and maybe the next person who is going to hire in next month will remember, okay, that Harsh is actually the one who is going to who is as a designer. Let me ask him if he is free or not. And this is what happened when I got my first internship. Someone from Twitter was keep checking my profile. We were following each other, and he was about to hire me. But one day I was in a call on a Google Meet. There are so many people there, and that person got a reminder somehow. It's a luck because I was doing that. I was sharing my work. That person hit me on DM, here, saw you on the call, are you open for an internship, because I am looking for someone who can handle the design work. Now look at it. I was person who was finding the work, looking for work. This person saw my work, like so many times he saw my work, and somehow I was in his subconscious mind because it was pure the thing I was doing. um uh, Now the last thing of luck, that is fourth type of luck, that is awareness. When you play strategically, now what does it mean, awareness? When you know what you are doing and what is going to be the long term result of it. If you know that being part of communities, making internet friends, being in the connection of seniors, elders, expert, and sharing your work on social media is actually going to help me in future, and I'm doing that, it means I'm using my awareness, because I know this thing. You're watching this video, you're getting this awareness. Now you have accomplished or full lux. Now if you just use a simple math, if you use a simple mathematics, right, I'm not going to talk about, only 25% of your luck is uncontrollable. You cannot control the family you belong to, you cannot control the city you are coming from. In future, by your own money you can switch the city. By your own money you can buy gadgets from your own money. Like, this is what I have experienced coming from a family who cannot afford a good phone, right? I'm coming from that background, right? So yeah, if I'm buying my things for my own money, so anyone can do that. And this, I'm not the one person who is doing that. There's so many people who are doing this. 75% luck is controllable. Forgive me if I have wrote, you know, bad English. Controllable. Okay, whatever. 75% luck is controllable. So whenever someone is saying ki it's a pure luck, right? There are so many things coming inside it, right? Your action, your uniqueness, or just say ki you are not unique, you are lazy. You have to find that uniqueness in yourself. Maybe you are good, what, maybe you have a good sense of design which need to get sharpened, right? Maybe you are very good with video editing, you have just haven't explored it yet. Or maybe you have a good, what, I don't remember that word, that cinematography sense or something like that. So if you have that, and once you explore that field, you'll find that uniqueness. So you have to explore, right? You have to explore different fields, different skills, to just understand like if it is for you or not, if it is your cup of tea or not. And you have to do that thing. Now once you combine everything, you build a social leverage. Now let's me talk about few things about here. Now, communities, when you join communities, what are the things that you have to keep in your mind? Number of thing, etiquette. Learn how to talk to others, have respect, show empathy, and be, what, respectful, right? And just appreciate, blindly appreciate. I don't know if you remember that quote, which was, I will clap for others until there will be people to clap for me. I don't remember this quote, but yeah, this is how this quote is. Clap for others first, right? Before expecting anyone to clap for you, clap for others, make people feel happy, right? And once you start doing that, let me tell you, you will be the most respectable or known person in the community once you start appreciating people in the community, right? Because people will see you doing that. And if you have if you have experience, or you can, if you know few things, so you can do things. And once all, if you don't have anything to share in any community, you can learn from them, you can ask your questions, you can be curious. And one thing which I am forgetting, and that is, I think, I will talk about it if I, get that thing in my mind. Okay. So what I talked about here, I talked about skills, I talked about proof of work, I talked about your social proof, that is your social leverage. How you can become a person who is known by others, so that in future they can either refer you, or you can create a sort of, some kind of luck, so that you can get opportunities in future, so that you can take help from others, so that once you upload on social media, okay, hi everybody, I'm looking for a work. Help me to get a new job opportunity. Or I'm coming to Bangalore. If anyone know me, this is what you help you to find people in an unknown city, or opportunities when there's nothing available. So yeah, this is the thing that you have to keep in your mind. Okay, so we talked about social leverage. Now let's come to the real sauce, right? How to make money. Okay, great. Now, so once you have proof of work, once you have started sharing your work on, actually, I haven't talked about that thing. Blow your trumpet. Okay, this was my motto in 2021 and 22. So, what does it mean by blowing your trumpet? So, it means just share your work. What does it mean and how it works? So, I used to say this quote that blow your trumpet until, because no one is going to know about your work. Like, just share your work, tell people what you do, talk about these things, regularly. Or here I can add, I think, so, uh, let me add few stuff here. Um, what I have achieved. Acha, also, before let me move forward, let me add one thing here, is that proof of work. Because if you remember what I talked about proof of work before, uh, POW. So I talked about few stuff here, because now you can take the reference, experience, case studies, learnings, achievements, results. These are all the things that you have to share on social media, to let people know that what you can do. So you can take the reference, right? Let me check if I can add an arrow here. Oops. Let me check if I can. Let me put it down. Let me take proof of work above. Now, great. Now you can take the reference, right? Now you can take the reference that proof of work means these are all the things that you can share on your social media. And what this will create, this will show other people that you're 10x better, like you're not the person. And okay, these are few things that you have to do. Now, if I talk about what are the few key points that you have to keep in your mind, that have same DP on every social media, LinkedIn, X, IG, YT, everything, whatever you prefer, like have a same DP, because it will create resemblance to people. Have same name, same username. These are key thing that make you unique, make you recallable. People will remember you. So when people will see your face from LinkedIn to, when person saw you on X or connected with you on X, when that person will look you on LinkedIn, that person will for sure connect you on there, because that will what the thing that person will came in that mind is that, okay, I saw that person on X, or I saw that person on LinkedIn, or not Instagram, because how you will connect. If you're connecting people on Instagram, that is great. But if I now, how you can talk about these things by single post. Let me go down and let me talk about. Okay, so by sharing, let me add one rectangle here. Make it little more creative, so that I can actually look it back once I want, right? So just forgive me if it sound little crazy. Okay, so how I can talk about these things? So Simply, these are like, this is one of the simple things that I'm going to talk about is key. First is key, you can, just um, write it, right? Post it simply, what is right? Posts. So it could be designed, non-designed, right? Or it could be a reel, a long, not long video, but so it could be reel, right? It could be an intro video. I do remember um, one designer I follow, that is Rahul Bhadoria, right? So he had created one intro video of himself, like what he is, what he do, and added that video on his pinned tweet. So once you open his profile, you will see that video on his profile where he's talking about who he is, what he is doing, what his experience are, and how he can help you. Like, this was somehow the format was, right? You can add these things, you can create post, you can write a thread. If you remember, if you are part of Twitter, you will know what thread is, but if you are not, you can write a see, when you, so it could be short slash long posts, right? It could be like, you have to find your unique way to, talk about your stuff, because now you have to, show people or tell people that yes, this is what I can do, this is what I am, right? So that you can build a unique space for yourself. Yep. Now this is this is a thing that you have to keep in your mind when you're coming on social media. Be appreciative, or be helpful, be kind, right? Be empathetic, help others to grow, right? And just also grow as well, like, just learn the collaboration approach. One thing I want to add here is that collab with people, right? Find way to collab with people. Like, if you're a designer, find someone who's a marketing expert or who is into marketing, and help tell them ki, hey, let's collaborate and give me the content and I will make you design. So, and in that post we will show each other's DP, and we will mention that it's a collaboration post. I have seen there's so many people who are doing this thing. They reach out to, one person who is a design expert, one person who is a marketing expert, they collab and show the same thing. So if you're a designer, you can do the same thing. You can find people to tell them ki, hey, let's collab, I won't charge you anything, and you can upload it on your social media. It will be a collaboration post. It will be uploaded on your Instagram and my Instagram, or it will be posted on your LinkedIn or my LinkedIn, something like this, right? Now let's talk about earning the real money. That is very important. Acha, how you can find your first client, a job, internship? Like, first you have to ask, like, this is the thing, like, before asking how you will get it, right? It's a simple thing. Just think about it, like, if you don't ask, how you will get it? So there's a quote, and it also a reminder for me, it is 2022. And a closed mouth doesn't get fed. And it is one of the very important quote that you have to keep in your mind. Why it is important? Because, like, I have seen people, like, how much you tell them, they won't do it, because they have a closed mouth. So if you are hungry, right? And if you have watched my very long old video, I talked about that thing ki, be hungry, be curious, and be hungry, be foolish, and be what, be mindful, something, I don't remember the exact one. So be hungry first, right? If you want a job, if you find a client, be hungry. Hungry to learn, hungry to find people, hungry to find a job, hungry to tell people that yes, you want it, right? Because I have seen so many people are not doing the same thing. Now, how you can do it without even spamming, right? First, um tell, like, is it show, don't tell? Acha, show, um, don't tell. What does it mean? Acha, Let's suppose someone is hiring for a graphic designer or a video editor. So what you can do to stand out, right? How to find someone who is actually hiring? So you have to go and search on LinkedIn, or if you don't know how to search, go and search on YouTube. It's very simple to find a boolean searching. So there's a way called boolean searching, or I think yes, boolean searching. So you have to use quotes to find. Let's suppose, let me give you an example. So what you have to do, you have to write something like this: hire, array shit, hiring plus the job role you are searching for. It could be like, this is the format, right? Or you can include the same word साथ में भी, right? Hiring video editor, graphic designer. So this is the way you have to search. So you'll find similar post. And how you can stand out: first, show, don't tell. When you are, so I have seen what, when someone is posting a post where these keyword are included, key we are hiring a graphic designer or video editor, what people do, they just go in the comments, say I'm interested. How I'm going to understand, like, you are actually someone who I'm going to hire, right? You have to show. You have to show, don't tell. Means give the link of your proof of work. Right? Don't let that other person to wait for you to open a link. If you remember, I talked about, don't give them a drive link, don't give them an image file. So once you are on LinkedIn or you're sending a connection request to someone, do you remember that you cannot send any file to them? Now there's a problem, because now what you are doing in that connection request, you are just telling that person, "Ki, I'm a graphic designer, I have done so many things," but you're not showing them. So you cannot send this image file. Now, okay, Harsh, I can add a drive link. Now, just think, I have sent a drive link to someone, right? And let me give you a structure of drive link. So let's suppose you have made a drive link, right? In this drive link, you have a folder, or like this thing. And in this folder, you have multiple folders, and in the multiple folder, you have multiple. Do you think that someone have so much time to check these things? No, right? So what you can do to make this job easy, if you're writing a cold DM, or if you're writing a cold email, show them the best three work, what you have done, best three works. And what you can do, just go on your Fueler if you're using Fueler, or you can use your website if you're using a website or a Canva site. Social proof, so social proof is all about, showing your work on public. So once I'm going to your media page on Twitter, I'm going to see everything what you have done. But you have to have something like Fueler, or proof of work website, something that actually show these things, best work, right? Best works are very important, because if someone is going to hire someone, will check the best work, because he don't have the time to check all of your works, right? And this is what I learned in the very hard way. Because yes, in previously I used to think that it is so easy to get a job. You have to give them the link of your best three work. If you're writing a cold email or anything, you have to tell them, "Okay, this is my best work that you can check." And believe me, I have seen in all the perfect cold emails, like, which people have used to get a job. And let me tell you, if that's this, if the person who is hiring for, if he's in a mindset that he's going to hire, and if he see your best he work, and if your work is best, like if it is best, um the opportunity will be in your hand. Yes, it works for beginner. Like, it works for me. You have to mention that, yes, I'm a beginner, I will learn and I will do it, right? Even though I don't know how to do this thing, I will learn and do it for you. Show, do, and tell. The second thing is, key, in case, like, in case you are so beginner that you have just few permissionless projects and few projects that you have done before, what you can do is you can give them a free sample. But so now let me give it a star. Why I have given it a star? You can offer a free sample, but be mindful, because there are so many people who don't really want to hire anyone and ask for free sample. So once you get at the stage where your work is very good, right, where you can say yes, my work is very good, so you can add two conditions. Let me give you the two conditions, and if you want you can use it in future, right? If you're a beginner, go forward for a free sample, because if you make one free design for Amazon, and if it is listed on Amazon's website, you can use that as your social proof. You can show it that this is my proof of work, that I have made designs for Amazon. And you can reach out to other startup brands and tell them ki I have worked for Amazon and this was my proof of work, right? It will be a super powerful proof of work because you have worked for Amazon. Sample, free sample. If you're working, so you have to remember this thing, and it is a cheat sheet. Don't think it as a it's a compulsion. It's up to you. It's all up to you. Like what I'm saying, you can pick one platform. If I'm saying Twitter, LinkedIn, everything, you can use one platform if it is work for you. It's all that what works for you, just go for it, right? If like if you're someone who use cold email only, just use cold email. Like you can try it, but it's all about, but if you're a beginner, so great. Now, free samples. If you're a complete beginner, like agar if you are a complete beginner, तो भाई go for it, no problem. Like there's no problem कि ये, I got scammed by this person. No problem, bro. You are going to learn something from here, right? You can learn the concept of making contracts, because once you get scammed, you will learn about it. Ki how you know how what to do to not get scammed. If you're a complete beginner, I'm saying it beg. If you're a complete beginner, beg word is not good. Now, if you're a complete problem, then there's no problem to doing a free sample, right? But if you're a complete beginner, never got any client, but your work is exceptional, like your work is best, like in communities when share your work, or because if your work is exceptional, so there's no problem. If you have done so far, there's no problem. You can make second condition you can take for free sample is ki, if creator, like creator or brand slash brand, or what's that, brand or startup, whatever. Okay, startup is good for it. If creator, brand, startup have, what is that thing called? Famous word is quite generic. I don't want to use word famous, but have social um, credibility. I think this word is will be, you know, like, see, let me tell you why. So if you remember to taken the example of Amazon, so if you have made a free sample for Amazon, or free sample for maybe X, LinkedIn, like big brands, like I think as a beginner you won't get this much chance because it is just a big words. But if they have, right, people know them. Like you can work for Physics Wala, let's suppose, right? You have got a chance to work as an intern for Physics Wala, and they called you for free sample so that they can test out. And once you create free sample, now it will include in your proof of work, right? So see, when I'm sharing more stuff, I'm getting the more content to add. This is what actually happens when you, right, samples up in projects. You can include your samples. Great, 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 great. Now this is the ton of knowledge that you can take forward, right? Asha, if a brand and startup have showed credibility, to go for it, no problem. Because now in future you can say ki that you have worked for Physics Wala, or you can you have worked for big creators. It is a good flex, right? And it also enhances your proof of work as well. After free sample, you can say that ki, if you like my work, or if you get the result, or so I will charge this much, right? You can give them a package, or you can join them as intern. Up to you, up to you. Acha, what else you can do? Believe me or not, cold DM is a great work. cold DM, cold email, and not just cold DM people, founders. Don't spam. Like, remember, when you are DMing people or founders, uh, when I mention people, these are the people I'm referencing to this thing. People, the communities you are part in, your internet friends you made in, being part of internet, by appreciating people, by connecting with them 101, by telling them ki, hey Harsh, I'm a big fan of yours, let's connect on 101, call, I want to know more about you, right? Or I have these queries, let's connect on a call. Like, I'm a graphic designer, let's connect on a call. This is what I did in 2022 and made so many friends, and I'm still doing it, right? People do it to, get to know more people. So you can do it. DM people, and this is the people that you have connected with. In communities, you can tell ki, hi everybody, actually I'm a graphic designer. Here's my proof of work, and I'm looking for new work. So if there's any opportunity, please let me know. So this is what you can do. You can reach out to founders you have connected with, right? Or those experts, or if someone is, in your known following, you can tell them ki, hey, if you find any opportunity. Now the one another thing is referrals. So as a beginner, you can, ask for referrals if you have connected with. That's why it is important, right? I'm not just, blindly saying to, join communities or elder social media, ye wo. I'm saying it because it have important, because it will give you that, benefit in future, and that this is the benefit you can take from people. And it's not like a transactional ki, okay, I will, give them referrals, so that it is a transaction thing, I'm making friends. You're making friends because it's important to find like-minded people, because, once you find your tribe where people are, actually, doing the good stuff, right? You also get that motivation to do more stuff. Because I'm connected with people from Fueler community. So Fueler, if you remember, I'm biased because I'm part of Fueler community, and Fueler community is one of the community where I've made so many friends, and those people are doing so good level stuff, and that make me motivated to do the stuff, right? So yep. Yep. So, yep, cold DM, cold email. So, cold DM to people who, posted that they are hiring for video editor. You can ask them, ki, hi, I saw that you are hiring for video editor, and I'm a graphic designer. I am a beginner. I'm looking for a free, not free, internship, or I'm finding more work. So, if there's any position open for it, here's my proof of work, or here's my best three work. Look toward it and let me know whenever, if it is available. Or you can ask them to tell if they, in there any connection, if they are hiring for it, so they can, connect with them, something like this. So yeah, this is how you can earn. So once you get your first thing, like once you start earning the first penny, like, I don't think penny is a good word, but if you just penny, so if you earn the first money from your money, that will give you what I said. Okay, I said ki, when the first time you will earn money, that will be completely life changing moment for you, because now you have earned something from your own. The second step would be to, double down it, letting people know that you have earned the money. Not letting people know, but double downing toward your skills, double downing into what you have done, your proof of work. You have to keep improving it, your skills, you have to sharpen it, you have to let people know. And now you have to learn. Acha, in skills you can, it's also that important that you have few soft skills as well. So I don't know if you, so in engineering we have a subject called soft skills, but soft skills are also important. um, so what is soft skills? Soft skills means skills that, are more important than these skills, and have a very great, contribution towards your journey. So if you remember communication, so communication is one of the, core stuff that you have to learn. Is empathy a core soft skill? I don't know, but okay. um Non skills, because I'm going to include empathy. right? Be empathetic toward others. If someone, have failed in their journey, or someone is sharing their what failure or something, be a person who support others, right? If you find, like, if you have connected with any person who's a video editor, and if you have seen ki, okay, this person is hiring video editor and I'm a graphic designer, so you will connect those person to those people so that they can get opportunities. It should be a collaborative approach toward others, right? When I say, okay, now let me clarify a few things. When I'm saying ki you are going to, connect with find people in communities, make friends, senior elders, so it is not transactional. It is not something that you have to do with the intent. We have to do with the intent. It should not be done in the intention ki, okay, they will give me back, right? And let me tell you one important key principle that you have to keep in your mind, that life is not a zero sum game. It doesn't mean that someone will fail, then you are going to, get better in your journey, or then you will win. It's more about ki, right? It's not a zero sum game. It's not that one person will win and other person will lose. It's more about that you help others, they will help you. Like, this is the karma, right? You help others and others will help you, or life will help you somehow. My god. Now, great. So this is the key framework that you can use in 2024 to build a social leverage. And now this is a few stuff that you can do to, get the first job, first client, and earn the first money, first $100. Like, $100 is just the stuff that I have wrote, so that you can get the idea that you can earn first $100. But you can increase this thing, right? You can increase this thing, and once you earned your first $100, your target should be to, increase this thing, to double down, 100, 200, 300, 500,000. Like, um, it's all up to you. Hmm. Is what? Subjective, right? Okay. Yeah. Subjective, but it will start with, like, $1, right? So to earn $100, you have to start with earning your first $1, and you have to be very happy with it that you have earned it, and, be so appreciative toward it. If you're someone who's a beginner, it would earn 25, and you think, I am not doing so many things. Market is never saturated. If you can, offer good work to people, if you can, offer better work to people, people are always, finding good people, to have in their team, to have in with them, so that they can help them to grow. So yeah, so there's more room for others. I think it's also a quote. So there's a more room for others, right? So it's never saturated. Now, this is the most interesting course I have done in 2025. I hope you actually find it interesting. It's a back to basic course, right? If you are an amateur, not amateur, if you are someone who have, been doing it from so many long time, and if you have already earned $100, made more than this thing, it could be, a good, what, a back to basics to kind of you understand key how you have to approach toward your goal, the goal you have made for yourself, right? So yeah, all the best. If you are watching this live stream after, being done, you can comment your goal. No, no, don't comment it, write it down on a diary, on a pen, in a paper, that what you want to achieve, what is your best or the biggest goal you want to achieve in 2025 or 2026, or whatever in future you're watching it. Make sure you do comment. No, don't comment it, write on paper. Yep. Great. So yeah, this is it. Now, thank you so much. Great. Damn. What? 1 hour 13 minutes. What a great stream. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Future. In future. Mm. Why it is not cutting? Why you don't cutting? Do 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 do.